So I'm really torn today between kind of two conflicting ideas. At Townsends recently, we've been working through a lot of different projects. The website, the new catalog, and the YouTube channel, and visiting historic sites, and so many other things that we want to do. And YouTube is a really big portion of how we reach out to, especially to brand new people. And so if I'm thinking about YouTube, what I really want to do is encourage people to watch videos. In fact, watch more videos, watch lots of videos. If I want to engage with more people on YouTube, and I want more people to find us on YouTube, one of the things that YouTube wants me to do is to encourage the people that watch what we do to watch more of it, to watch hours of it, hours on end of our videos, and encourage other people to do that. And that's great, and I love it when people get to connect with history through our videos. And I think it's an amazing tool that we have available to us. On the other hand, what I really want to tell people is turn off your computer, stop watching YouTube, and do history. Live history. That's what we're really about, is experiencing history. A lot of people complain, saying they didn't like history in school. And I think the real big reason behind that is, in history in school, is we're taught this tiny little thin layer of history that's on top of everything. We're taught things like the dates of battles and the years wars happened, or when documents get signed, and these really, really giant, over-the-top meta concepts about history. When all that history bubbles up from underneath by what's happening to people in their real lives, and the differences between different kinds of cultures, or the differences between their culture in 100 years ago or 500 years ago compared to the one we have today. We can't understand the things that happened in history unless we understand the people in history and their lives, their day-to-day lives. All these things, you have to start at the bottom. You have to start with the foundation of what's happening with these people. And we can't really even understand that foundation unless we experience some of that foundation, unless we live history. We experience it for ourselves. And so much of what we do here on the channel is experiencing that for ourselves. And so, I want you to turn off YouTube and go cook one of those recipes that we did, and think about what it would have been like to cook that over an open fire, or to actually go out and cook that over an open fire if you can. To think about how much more difficult and how much more time you would have had to put in the actual ingredients, or if you would have been able to get the ingredients at all. When we interact and engage with history that way, we learn a lot more about what those people's lives were like, and then why those things in history actually happened. And then that helps us actually put our day-to-day in context. It helps us understand how easy we have it, how incredibly inexpensive our clothes are today compared to what they were, especially, say, 250 years ago. Can you imagine hand sewing anything, or hand weaving fabric, and how expensive that was? Well, if you actually do it, you will learn really, really rapidly just how overblessed we are today with the cost of food, the cost of our clothing, and everything else that happens that we deal with today. So I just love YouTube, and the fact that I can come to you today and talk to you about this message. And yesterday I could show you a video about cooking a particular kind of egg dish, and then maybe next week I'll be at a historic site and I can tell you about some particular craft or trade or a location and why they built their house there. History is so amazingly rich, and we miss out on the vast majority of it. All of it, I could say. And so YouTube helps And as silly as it is, you at home watching our videos actually helps spread the word, because you're watching our videos, YouTube sees that you're interested in our content, and they begin to share it with other people. So you can help us with our channel by nothing else but to just watch our videos, and watch lots of them, because YouTube will like that. I don't know if they like us specifically that much, because we don't monetize our channel. We don't have commercials, and that's how they make their money. But it still brings people to their platform, and that's what they want. They want people to sit down and watch YouTube 24 hours a day if they could. I don't want you to do that. I want you to watch our videos. I want you to enjoy them, connect with them, and then go out and live history. I want to thank you for the support that you give us. When you watch our videos, you comment on us, you encourage it, you give us your ideas, you share our videos with other people. These things are wonderful, and they help us, and they help everyone when you do that. But I really want you to go out there and engage with history. I want you to live it. Thank you so much for joining me today.